Hello guys, so if you're from age 18 to 24, then this video is probably for you. And the reason why I'm making this video is because while I was a teenager, I really made decisions which I don't want you to make today. So I'm going to break it in form of as a teenager and if you're now at your early 20s. So as a teenager, I remember there are so many decisions that I made, and probably it's because of the company that I also had as an individual, because these were the years that you're trying to show yourself, prove yourself as a man, as a boy, not as a man, as a boy, and therefore you want to fit in the rest, you want to fit in the crowd, you want to be seen as somebody who is at the top and everything, which I don't want to like criticize it so much, because out of it I was able to identify who I am today. But not my friends, they until today I can see them still with those kind of this, we are this and this. And therefore at age 18, especially, let me start from age 17, 18, 19. What are the things that you are supposed to do at that age? At that age, I can attest to you that you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. That is one mistake that I did. I wanted to prove myself that I'm this kind of person, this kind of person. And the more I wanted to prove myself, the more I got worse in understanding me. The more I was messing up with my brain, my mind, how I thought and everything. You see? And that's basically what all these people are trying to do. So secondly, I want you to do this. If you are on TikTok, you're on these social media platforms as 17, 18, 19, that's not where you're supposed to be, honestly. Because you are exposing yourself to all these contents at an early age. You're consuming all these contents at an early age, and they are messing up with your brain, because that's the age where you're trying to realize yourself. You see, as from 18 is where you receive your ID. So you are at your early stage as an adult. And at an early stage of everyone is a stage where you're supposed to develop, so that when you are at, let's say, mid 20s or early 20s, let's say after 2 3 years, you're somebody who is substantial enough, solid mind. But the moment you start consuming yourself and are trying to see all this rubbish that are going on, and you're at that age, that's another thing that will mess up with your brain. Another thing, at that age, you're not supposed to be so much into partying. Leave, I'm not like dismissing or saying partying is bad, which it is at in a certain way if you abuse it. But from age 18, from age 17 to 19 and 20, I believe those are ages that you should not be partying at all. So those were the things that I did at that age that really fucked up with many more. But from today, if you can just change those three things, don't not show, wanting to prove yourself, avoiding to party, and trying as hard as you can not to be on this social media platform and trying to corrupt your mind, and focus on developing yourself as somebody who is now entering into the adult phase, then your 20 somethings will be very easy for you. Luckily, I realized myself while I was 20 exactly. But I can say at 20, while I was realizing myself, I'd really messed up. I was really, I don't know, my grades were poor in campus. I didn't have anything substantial that I could say, this is me, this is something that has done. But again, there is no problem if that's you and you are at your 20s, 21, 22, 23 or something. What you need to do right now, you know how to come and be like the 17, 18, 19 year old, and start applying the advice that I've given in the beginning of this video. Number one, when you feel you've really messed up and like there is nothing adding up in your life at that age, the first thing, please delete your social media platforms. I'm talking of Instagram, TikTok, everything that you think can corrupt your mind, just delete it and forget about it. Number two, I'm sure at that age you are pretty, you're addicted to partying and doing all kinds of stuff, offer Jeffrey. or degenerate stuffs. Therefore, what you're supposed to do at that particular point, you can reduce. Reduce with the aim of leaving it completely. Okay, if you're going to party each and every week, you can now decide, I'll be doing it monthly. You see? And when you go, don't go there and get drunk and, you see, like all these boys you see out there. No. If you get there, just enjoy the music, take a little bit of alcohol because you're initially addicted. But while you're doing this, have it in mind that you really need to change and you really need to start making things up. So that's the second advice about you living. The third is you also need to stop proving yourself to other people. Stop proving yourself to the trend. You want to fit with the trend. You want to be seen as the master, like you are. You see, you know what I'm trying to mean. Stop fitting yourself. Just be you. Come out uniquely and say, I've realized that I've really messed my life while I was in my late teenage years. And I'm at 20, 21, 22, probably almost finishing campus, but you are still messing up with your life. So you accept and say, now I'm not going to follow the rest. I'm going to follow me. And I'm going to follow the path that I do know as an individual. This is something that will lead me to something substantial. That's what I mean. Because this was me. I realized myself when I was 20 years. I can say that. But the time was realizing myself, I'd already messed up completely with my life because I didn't see if there was anything good that I could do as an individual at that moment. You see, that's how I'd messed up my mind, and I was thinking like just dropping out of school and leaving all this thing. But again, you see, I don't know, it was a revelation from God. If I could have done that, I'm quite sure even right now it could have been worse. Because seeing the people you finished primary with, high school, people you joined campus with graduating, you're back at the streets. You don't have anything substantial yet. You had the mind, you had the potential. Your parents had the capability of paying for you fee and making you come out as somebody important in the society. Yet you messed with it. But that's exactly what I wanted to do. My grades were poor. I didn't love my grades, honestly. It was very difficult for me to even attend class and concentrate in class. But the moment I made that decision, those three decisions that I'm telling you right now, it didn't even take more than an year. I witnessed significant changes in my life. Number one thing I can tell you, my grades greatly improved. They improved like it was a miracle. Like it was, I didn't believe that I was even struggling to get B's, to getting like 4, 5 S in one semester. I was initially struggling to attend class. I was now the class representative. You can imagine. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. I was having the kinds of friends who will tell you, don't go to class, let's do this. To you starting having friends who are visionary, friends who are committed to their work and they really want to achieve big. Initially, I was even struggling talking to, I don't like saying this, but I'll say it, talking to girls. But I became confident with myself. You see, and I started talking to all these people. I had these friends of me who are really supporting right now. And I remember the other thing that really shocked me. Initially, I was really broke. I was really broke. With that kind of life, you'll be broke continuously and you won't know why. And I've told you the reason. Probably, maybe you might be involving yourself in all these shares and everything, but you'll just be broke. I don't know how. But the moment you make that decision that you really want to go in a committed line, there is no point that you really feel like you lack. I can attest to you. After I'd made those decisions, I doubt if there is any day that I've ever said that I'm that broke to that level where I want you to lend me, don't know what. So, and it was a continuous process of continuing to develop myself and continuing to win, and people asking me, how do you do it? This is what I do. This is what I did. This is what I did, and I'm telling you. And there is a video I recorded it previously. I posted it previously, where I talk of goal setting, because this is another great power that I realized about great setting. If you can set goals of what you really want as an individual, then you are assured that you're really on the right path. Because after I'd changed my life, the first semester, of course, I've told you my grade increased. I was the class rep. I became popular. Second semester, my grades improved greatly. I created a great friendship with my dad. We became great friends, which was not the case initially. I don't know, for some reason, it wasn't the case initially, but now we became great friends with my dad. And even people that were just surrounding me, my family members, they started saying, oh, this guy is really changed, has really improved. You see, and it was very, very nice hearing such kind of praises, because people are now starting to believe in you. And I can attest to you that in exactly 1 year and some months, I became the president. I became a student leader. And I didn't want to enter in the student leader part until I wanted to enter there after you have watched my video about goal setting. But since you have reached there, I'll just explain how. So I realized there is again another power, because once you're in this journey, you get to get so many revelations of what you can do to make your life even much better. And therefore, I realized that there is something great with goal setting. And therefore, what did I start doing? I started setting goals. And you see, the first goal that I remember I was able to set is that I wanted to become a student leader. Yeah, I wanted to become somebody substantial in my faculty, somebody who each and every person is looking upon to, the link between the lecturer and the fellow students. But I looked at myself and say, so where do I even start? Nobody knows me. These lecturers, they don't know me. The dean doesn't know me. The student leaders don't know me. But I said, okay, there is something called the power of goal setting. And so I set a goal that this is what I want to be. I want to be a student leader. I want to be the president of my faculty. And therefore, I don't want to care what thing is that they don't know me. I didn't want to care at all. I said, this is what I want. And I wrote it down that I want to be the president of the School of Business and Economics. And to my surprise, it happened so effortlessly. And I became the president, and even life became more sweeter and more enjoyable. But you see, all these things that I'm telling you I've experienced is as a result of the decisions I made like a year ago. Because the changes have been and they've happened so quick until you wonder what's really happening. And you see, you'd continue getting all this favor, and people will continue asking you, what is it you are doing? And I said, okay, let me record it in a video, what I really did as an individual. And there is this thing called attitude. I usually tell my friend, I don't know how they take it once I tell them, but there is nothing as great as attitude. Changing your attitude. And changing your attitude is a matter of you believing that you are capable of achieving anything regardless. Once you've changed your attitude and you've believed in yourself that you're capable of achieving anything regardless, I want to attest to you that things will start happening, things that you're believing in, that this is what I want and this is what I believe in, and this I say no matter what, this is what is going to happen. I can attest to you they will start happening miraculously, and you'll be like, what's really happening? But you see, it all narrows down to you making that decision today that you're really going to change your life, making that decision and accepting that you've really messed up as a person. You've messed to the peak and you don't want to mess again. And now it's time for you to change. Once you make that decision, call me. Once you make that decision, call me and let's embark on this journey. Let's go on this journey together and see and be ready to witness the profound impact it will have onto your life. Yeah, I'm testing you to the moment you change your attitude and believe that you're capable of achieving anything. I want to attest to you that you must be ready to witness the profound impact that can have onto your life. Like miracle will start happening. It will look like miracle. It will happen so quick just because you made the decision. Number one, don't forget, you don't have to prove yourself to other people. Number two, if you are so much into partying and you know what I'm trying to mean, you stop it immediately. And number three, which is more important, delete all your social media platform, because they really interfere with your mind. They enslave you. All these things happening, they enslave you until you don't have even to reason. You're not at the present. Your mind keeps on wandering, and they have messed up with your ability to have attention, with your ability to focus on something. So do it today. This is the perfect video of you to make the change and witness how that can really transform your powers. This 14 Keys Collins. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We'll be keeping you updated.